Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 for Multiblock Madness. Today, I would like to explain how to power the mixer, um, specifically mechanical input. Um, how that works. Basically, there's two ways to do it. Both are two early ways to do it, both with the steam engine. Um, one of which is supply water and coal or a burnable item. The other way is to supply steam. Um, However, last time I tried to buff the steam, so it takes a little bit longer to run out. Like it lasts longer. It had the side effect of sorry, I'm just trying to do. Turns out talking is actually not as easy as the YouTubers make it sound. But what I was trying to say is that when I buffed the Steam, it ended up nerfing the rotational output of it. So the information here is no longer correct. Um, Coal as well as Steam both produce 20. That's likely to be fixed in a future update, but for now, we're just gonna, well, I'll probably use both just to show them, um, just because there's no reason not to. Um, so what I'd like to do is set up the pump as well as this mechanical actuator. Those are used for, um, this is used to connect the pump to mechanical power. I'm also going to need a little bit of water, so I'll use this. I can upgrade it once I get the mixer running. So I'm going to need a few things. Axles, I believe, are, I think all of this stuff is iron, yes. Axles, I believe, are also iron. I think it requires a nugget. So let me check if I have any of those. Cool. One there, a couple there. Some item pipes. I also noticed a couple things when I was watching the video. Oh, interesting. That I did not notice, but there's my missing flowers. One of the things I noticed was all the casts are stored in here. There's gears, there's plates. I don't actually, oh, there it is. Okay. And there's rods, which you use for a couple things, but nothing right now. The main thing you use it for is fences. Sorry, not fence, iron bars. These require rods, which you can also use tool rods just with casting. Okay, so I'm going to dump off a couple more things. Actually, I'll keep a couple of these. The Tinker's lens is important. That's important. Mechanical core, I think I'm going to want that. Lever, definitely. Get rid of those. We'll get rid of that. I think these are, I can drop off my ores. Casting basin. I probably won't use that. I'm going to end up using this smart output, which is going to require the casting table. I'm just going to maybe work on that really quick. Actually, I'll just do that really quick here. So it's going to require another table. I think it was corners, sides, table. There we go. Okay, that's the smart output. We're also going to need this, which is electrum, and this, which is invar. So we'll get the rest of it afterwards. I think we're also going to end up needing another one of these guys. Get rid of that till I see it. I think I want to. I'm going to use some of those. Let's get rid of. Let's get rid of these seared bricks as well as silk cocoons. I know we have some, but I don't want to quick stack, otherwise I might lose some of my inventory. Okay, let's see. Fluid pipes, iron plates. Okay. I didn't see any iron plates, but clearly there are some. Good old YouTuber blindness, as it's called. Which I can hardly call myself a YouTuber at this point, but I just did, so. Ammonite. I think I remember seeing some in here, yes. And the reason why I'm getting it out manually is because, well, it doesn't have the monitoring crystal on it. Okay, so let's see. There's fluid pipes. I saw some of those in here. Perfect. Boom. Mechanical pump. Iron gears. I saw those. Camonite brick stairs. I have a feeling like we have slabs. Interesting. Just one apparently. Let me look up Camonite. Okay. I think we're actually gonna want that, so I'm gonna grab it. We're looking a little full here. I don't think I'm gonna end up needing this slab, just one of it. Hammer, I think I'm gonna end up leaving here as well. Let me actually get a chest really quick, just to hold those tools. There we go. And then this dirt, let's put that away. Okay, so got the pump. We need the, I suppose I should be cutting this. It's all right. Okay. And then we will be able to power this. I'm going to want a couple more of these. Let's just get all of them. It's not that expensive. I don't think I need any of this stuff, actually. I want to do that deep mob learning thing, but we'll get that. Oh, also, these rewards are actually quite good. So let me claim everything so it just drops on the floor. Perfect. Oh, okay. I don't remember adding that. Cool. I'm gonna grab the boiler because I saw the merge box right here. We'll just drop off all this stuff here. Okay, cool. Hardened upgrade kit, nice. These guys are filters. Okay, some Camonite, that's gonna come in handy. Okay. So what we need to do, okay, we'll deal with that later if I need it, is, let's see. So here's for water. I may as well get some water. I'm gonna hang on to most of this stuff. I might put these somewhere just to look cool, but for now, put them in there. The bricks, I think, come in handy at some point. Okay. Actually, what's my, yeah. Oh, maybe that's why there's liquid starlight placed randomly. I guess this is why you don't Hold on to your rewards forever. I'm going to assume that there's no reason for these and just store them. Okay. So I think I'm ready to build this thing. I might want some sort of buffer just to, so I don't have to be holding on to everything. But what I'm going to do in the meantime, before I get that, is place some stuff. So fluid output hatch, you can just pour straight into this. Fairly straightforward. Fluid goes here, the cast goes here, the output goes there. Not enough embers. We're gonna have to deal with a couple things here. Let me check. Okay, that's full. Right. So the steam engine is gonna require coal, which we're just gonna do like this. But it's probably not where I want it to live, because I think I'm gonna need it to be right here. Then I'm gonna want the mechanical cord to go on top of the ember 4. So that's why I'm saving that. Not sure why I have these crafting items in my inventory. Oh, a tank, that might come in handy actually. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is grab some water. The embers pump will consume the liquid, which is why I'm going to be making a infinite water source. Okay, so the mechanical power will come out of this side, which means this is going to be rotated. Cool, mechanical power is going to go there. So first thing we want to do is get the water going. So let's do that. We're going to want bare minimum that with a lever to activate it. So that means we're going to want the pump here. Okay, so it looks like it comes out the top. In which case, we can actually have it a little bit closer for really no reason. Actually, now that I think about it, we're going to want to have, right, okay, that's fine. Fluid extractor, lever, cool. Then we're going to want water. I wonder if I have a shovel. Probably do. Water. What? Huh. Press none to change unused action. Let me change that real quick. Let's see, what would that be called? Okay, well, I'm gonna cut here and we'll figure it out. Okay, figured it out. And changed it. Okay. So I don't think this needs a redstone signal, but it will need mechanical power, or technically I believe it can use embers. Yes. So there's where the embers goes in. It looks like we can use the actuator from any side. So we're gonna need a couple things. We're gonna need a gearbox, or a couple gearboxes, and some gears. So I'll be back after I craft that. Okay, we're back. I think I've got everything needed. I got a couple gearboxes, gears, and iron axles. These have max power of 80, but we won't be making that much. I also was when I was waiting for gears, reminded me to craft the time in a bottle. That reminded me that we need gold, which I decided to try and double. But then I realized we were out of embers. So I hooked up the melter to the stamp base and switched out the ingot or the plate stamp with the bar stamp, just to get rid of that molten copper and put the gold ore in. But now we're out of embers, which means that we need to most likely power the bore. So that, a couple more things. I'm going to pin that. Ender elevators, we have some already. In theory, I'm just going to put another one down by the bore. I'm also going to need, so I also was reminded, I should say, that I can get steam when the melter runs. So I'm going to grab the boiler and the tank, as well as, just grabbing that just in case, as well as the kit. Just so we can store a little bit of fluids, or steam. I should have some more fluid extractors, but it looks like I do not. Oh well, we need water anyway. So for those of you who have read the documentation or used embers before, the boilers normally have a chance to explode. However, in this pack, I've disabled that. So that is not something to be concerned about if you are playing this pack. I'm going to put it here because this is going to be an extractor pipe. That obviously needs water and so on and so forth. This is a temporary setup. Okay, so we're going to need a gear there. We're also going to need more gearboxes than this if I want to have it this way, just like this. So in the interest of saving resources, which may or may not be the smartest thing, let me think about how I want to do this. So I'm definitely going to want axles coming off. I think you need at least one axle to do anything. Then you're going to want a gearbox. Let me get some building material so I can be on this level. And I'm going to figure out how I want this to be, and I'll be back. Okay, I think I have it figured out and assembled this little platform so I wouldn't have to change heights. So the plan right now is to have the gearbox or the steam engine here. So it looks like, yeah, this is the rotation. Okay, now the mechanical power does come out here. Cool. So that's going to go there. Now, as a reminder, or if you don't know in the first place, this section, this little square bit here with the circle, is the input. You can also see it if you're looking at it with the lens. The blue arrow represents the input, and that's the direction that it is when you place it. So, like that. It shows it when you just place it. It doesn't have the correct icon there. Like it shows the orange output, but as soon as you interact with it, it shows the correct one. It also needs a gear in every face that has power. And if I'm not mistaken, this will actually not be enough to power both, because this mixed 20 rotational power, and this requires 20. But if I use it to transfer to also make water, then we'll have 10 on each. So what I'm going to need to do is use this gearbox along with a second steam engine. Let's check the recipe for that. That doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to put a second steam engine. I suppose I'll have them most likely like Let me think here. If I put them out a little bit more, I wish I had a little bit more of these archaic bricks. If I put them out more like this, then I could do something like, I think that needs to be, okay. Yeah, so mechanical power comes out there. I think there needs to be a axle, and if I'm not mistaken, yes. So that's the out, and all these are in. I'm also going to craft up some more gears. So I'm going to need a gear there. I need another steam engine there. And then I'm going to need water going into both of these, as well as coal. So I'll have, let's say, a chest of coal with extractors coming out here and here, feeding into them. And then I'll have water around the side here. Maybe coming in the bottom. Yeah, we'll do that. So chest with coal, extractors, boop, boop. And then we'll switch it out with coke coal or whatever when we get there. At this point, we can just use regular coal. It's no big deal. And then that way, now this could also be done without the pump here, or it could be on separate lines. This one goes to the pump. This one will go to the mixer. But if I do it like this, I can actually use a redstone gear and use a lever to toggle whether or not the pump gets power or not. And then I can buffer water, and then I can actually have a comparator here, which will turn the pump on when it needs to, because the mixer has two different recipes. It's got one with 20 power and one with 40. So the one with 40 power is faster. It's 2 seconds per ingot output versus 3 seconds. So that's what I'll do, and I will be back. Okay, I think I've crafted the components required for this. I also crafted an extra steam engine because basically why not? So we're gonna need gears everywhere. Gears everywhere. So many gears. Okay, so here we actually want to use this redstone gear. Now let's test this out with some water in my reservoir. So let's see if this is going to work. First, before we mess with too much, I think we need, well, I guess we can just do this same plan here. Item extractor, pipes, levers, pipes. Extractor, extractor, pipe, pipe, lever, lever. Now in theory, I want these guys to be equally distributed, so I'm gonna actually, turn them both on first. And they should equally pull out. That seems to be working perfectly. So let me grab, now the one downside here is that, well, these will just continue to run, right? Like we don't necessarily need everything all the time. So it's gonna need to be some balancing. What I'm gonna do here is, I don't think we have another tank. No, we don't. So I'm going to put the starlight in the system, grab this, and I'm going to try and make some janky comparator stuff work. I don't actually solidly know how this works, but that's all right. So let's see. We're going to need some redstone, and I think, I don't actually know where I want the power to be, or I mean where it needs to be. I'm also running out of time for this episode. So let's see. Yeah, I don't know exactly where I'm going to need to put everything. I'm just kind of just going to figure it out. So what we want here is, I should have brought a torch, but I do have this lever. Okay, that does not work. I think that I ran out of water. Okay, good. I was scared for a second. Yeah, this coal lasts a really long time. So I'm also burning some charcoal, about 4 stacks worth. I think, I mean, I know this works, like 90% sure. So, right. Do I have a bucket? No. I kind of want to just test this to see if it works, even though I know it does. So in theory, what I could do here is some redstone conduit underneath. Yeah, let me whip that up. So my plan basically is to have this going to a tank which we'll put here. Actually, we don't want it there. Oh yeah, that's fine. But we will need another fluid extractor. So fluid. Okay, so we don't actually need a fluid extractor here. So we're going to put a fluid pipe. Nice, nice. And then like that, I'm actually going to put this down one so that I can hop over it. Right. Okay, cool. So once this filled up with water, if I'm not mistaken, this works like something. Power 4. Okay. So the idea is once this is full of water, it will stop this. However, I think I need to supply power to this, which I think I can actually do something like, wait, why are you pointing? Oh, because the lever there, okay. I think I'm just gonna have to go underneath it with a redstone conduit. Because, okay, never mind. Apparently you can do that, which is apparently a thing. Power 1, okay, so to my knowledge, this will, actually, this is almost done here. Do I really want these to be gone? Not really, no. So we're gonna do fluid extractor here instead, and then fluid pipes like that. Lever, and this actually should kickstart the whole process. Cool. Now, oh, it's working perfect, I think. Okay, these are filling up with water. So once these fill up with water, I'll be, wait. Okay, so that one's getting full first, cool. So this will start to back up. This will turn on. Once this reaches a couple more power levels, this should turn off. Essentially, it will, one more level, and we should be good. Perfect. Okay, cool. So this will basically mean that occasionally we'll run a faster recipe. Wow, that's sick, actually. Okay, cool. That's actually it for this episode. Mechanical power. So we've got a gearbox, We've got a redstone enabled pump, which bases off of this small fluid buffer. This allows us to craft always at 20 and sometimes at 40. This will give us access to the faster recipes about half the time, increasing our speed by a decent amount. Nothing major, but it'll be helpful. Okie dokie, that's it, and I will see you next time.